You know, having been a Bulls fan for about 30 years now, I truly understand now why other fan bases in the NBA at that time absolutely hated our guts. And also, I understand now um, what it's like to be the fan of a bad franchise. Okay. Um, the misery, the impatience that begins to grow. All right. The hatred toward the management. I get it. I totally get it, man. Like us Bull fans who came of age in the late 80s, early 90s when the Bulls were a rising franchise, but they weren't quite a championship team yet. We caught it at the right time. You know what I'm saying? We weren't there in the very beginning. At least me. I'm a little bit younger than some of the guys that were fans of the NBA when Jordan first came in '84. Um, but we caught something that was magical. Six NBA championships in the decade of the 1990s. You know, it's as far as like woulda, coulda, shouldas. If Jordan never retired, how many championships would he have had? You know, I speculate it could have been as many as eight. I don't know about the '95 season, but I do think that if the New York Knicks in '94 more or less lost that series rather than Houston winning it, I can't help but think that Michael Jordan, still close to his prime with that team, could have won another title in '94. I don't think they would have won '95 without Horace Grant, okay, being on the club. I think there was just too much lost there as far as interior defense and toughness and depth. But I do think that the Bulls could have squeezed out another title in '99 against the Spurs. If the Knicks were somehow able to win, what was it, one game in that series, and they were an eighth seed, I can see the Chicago Bulls. I think it would have been a ugly series. I think the Bulls would have shot I think the Bulls and the Spurs would have shot horrible percentages from the field. But I think the Bulls would have pulled it out. But anyway, that's a lot of that's speculation. But still, the point is, man, was I spoiled. We were some spoiled motherfuckers. I remember one time we were at the lunch table, right, in high school, and we were having a debate. It was between me and another Bulls fan, right? And this other guy was a Knicks fan. And we all were different fans. This is how different the fan base was back then. You actually had, you didn't have one team constantly fucking marketed on television like they are today. Yeah, they talk about Chicago Bulls, but not to the extent they do now. So you had me and another guy, we were Bulls fans. Then you had another guy that was a New York Knicks fan. Then you had a guy that was an Orlando Magic fan. You had a guy that was a uh, a Detroit Pistons fan, I believe. No, he was a Houston Rocket fan. Excuse me. All right, and that was pretty much our clique. And we would like just debate stuff. But man, this Bulls fan, we got into an argument or a debate about how many games the Bulls were going to win that year. I, being the optimist at the time, said that we could match our record. I didn't think we could exceed it, but we could match it just like toward the end of the season. He was like, nah, I think we're going to win short of 70. And me and him actually had a debate about this. Now, you know good and well that everybody else at that table wanted to take their fucking fork and stick it in my fucking eye. Because I'm arguing about wins. And I actually got fucking pissed when the Knicks beat us in that last game at United Center to deny us of 70 wins. I got pissed behind that. Pissed. Spoiled fucking Bulls fan. So fast forward, this is 23 years later, and the Knicks, you know, are a terrible franchise. Okay, they've been a bad franchise for almost 2 decades. Definitely since the Allen Houston days. They've really fallen off since then. Um, Orlando's been up and down. They've been to an NBA Finals since then. Lost to the Lakers, but they've been up and down. But they've been promising as of late, the last couple of years. They were the 8th seed last year in the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons have, for the most part, well, they had their run in the 2000s. But since that run in the 2000s, including 2 final appearances and 1 championship, the 2000 teams haven't been very good for that franchise. The Houston Rockets have had their runs. They are one of the best teams in the NBA now. Of course, they had their run with Yao Ming and Trace McGrady. All right. So what's the point? I'm going through all these teams, to say that they've had moments. The Chicago Bulls, ever since the Bulls won that last title, it's been nothing but, for the most part, downhill misery. We had that brief glimpse of light with Derrick Rose, but those injuries to Derrick Rose took that away from us. And for the most part, it's been miserable being a Chicago Bulls fan. That's why when I do videos, when you guys ask me to talk about the Bulls, I don't want to, because there's nothing to talk about. When I look at the Chicago Bulls, all right, just for instance, number one, let's be honest. Outside of Zach LaVine, who's a great scorer, great shooter, outside shooter, I can barely pronounce these motherfuckers' names. I can't pronounce these goddamn dudes' names. They're not household fucking names. My fucking God. I'm not trying to be funny. But this team, fuck. Like, I mean, look, coming into this season, the Bulls were expected. Look, we weren't expected to be a playoff contending team or anything like that, but we were expected to make some marked improvement over the last couple of years. We were expected to be a team that's like right around 500. And instead, we're mired with a 19-34 record. And if anything, we've taken a few steps back from where we were last year, where I think we were like 37-45 or somewhere in that vicinity. I don't think we're going to finish with a record like that. We're taking steps backwards as a franchise. I fucking want. Look, Jerry Krause may rest in peace, but he fucking left. So you can't put this on Jerry Krause any fucking more. Jerry Reinsdorf, fucking sell the team. Fucking sell the team. Sell the fucking team. Okay? Get rid of these motherfuckers. Get rid of fucking John Paxson. Good, you hit your fucking three. All right. Yeah, fine. Whoop-de-doo. Get the fuck out of fucking Chicago. We don't want you. We don't want the other fucking guy. Get out of here. His team fucking sucks. Put some people in place that actually know what the fuck they're doing in today's NBA. It's like they're just trying to put a team out there they think that can sell fucking money. Because the thing about it, Chicago is a really good basketball center. Like, if I'm not mistaken, the Bulls still sell very well. So if the Bulls as a team is still profitable, the team itself don't really give a fuck. But as fans are suffering, put someone in that actually wants to fucking win. I mean, my God, I'm starting to really truly believe that if it wasn't for the luck of drawing Michael Jordan in the draft and the awesome luck of getting Scottie Pippen in the draft and Horace Grant in the trade for Rodman, but that was more or less because of the draw playing with the Bulls by that time. But if it wasn't for these shit, man, the Bulls would have been sucky the whole 40 years. That's why Jordan, those guys were saying, owners, managership plays a part, but the players go out there and play. And I'm 100% behind that. 100% behind that. The players are the ones that bring the championship. But the owners, the management, massa, want all the fucking credit. Well, Massa, why the fuck have you won any goddamn thing since Jordan fucking hit that shot over Brian Russell? Where are you got? Why haven't you done a fucking thing? Then we had another superstar talent player, but fucking Tom Thibodeau ran his ass to the fucking ground and derailed his career for seasons. Almost did it to Jimmy Butler. It sucks being a Chicago Bulls fan. I fucking hate it. The Buffalo Bills, as bumbling as they've been over the past 30, 35 years, even they, even with the bumbling fucking Bills, there's a light that's starting to appear at the end of that fucking tunnel. Tom Brady and those guys are going down, all right? Their 20-year stranglehold in that division is getting ready to fucking go away, and we finally can make some noise. The Chicago Bulls ain't shit. They're not shit, and it fucking pisses me off. It pisses me off. Get these motherfuckers the fuck off this fucking team. I'm sick of it. We all want them gone. Reinsdorf, sell the fucking team. Go the fuck away, you old bitch. Yeah, and then I know some people can be like, well, you guys won 6 championships. What you complaining about? Yeah, but it's been 22 fucking years. All right? I have a rule. And my rule is once you go 10 years past winning anything, as a fan base, then you can start complaining. Once it's past like a generation, then you can start complaining. Like if it's like, for instance, in the NBA, in my opinion, Warrior fans, Raptors fans, even though I don't think they're gonna win anything anytime soon, but Warriors fans, Raptors fans, Cavalier fans, Spurs fans, Heat fans, Laker fans, it's a little different. Laker fans, with the history that they have, they kind of expect more. But even with my rule, the clock has ran out on that one. There's a 10-year window. Mavericks fans, they're getting a little antsy too, but their future looks bright with the team they got now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to me, it's a 10-year rule. You get 10 years. If you won a World Series, a Super Bowl, an NBA championship, finals, whatever, within a 10-year period, then as a fan, you really can't be complaining too much, okay? Especially if that memory of that championship run is real fresh in your mind. But after it's like 10 years, which I consider like a generation of sports, then you can start complaining a little bit. For us, it's been 22 fucking years, okay? 22 years. I can only imagine being a Knicks fan. I can only imagine have been a Knicks fan in the 70s and watching this franchise now. They haven't won a championship since 1970 fucking 3. I mean, who was president then? Nixon? You know, uh, I'd like to congratulate the New York Knickerboxer. Let me do that again. My jaw's got in the way. I'd like to congratulate the New York Knickerbockers on their magnificent victory over the Los Angeles Lakers in a most satisfying NBA Finals. I think that Willis Reed is a magnificent player. Has the heart and tenacity of Bill Russell. And I just think that the New York Knickerbockers are on their way to multiple championships, in my opinion. Uh, Incidentally, if you're wondering what that tape is over the corner, it's a copy of Deep Throat. I haven't watched it myself, but Haldeman and Ehrlichman have raved about it. I guess some of you probably don't get that Deep Throat joke. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's how long it's been since they won a title, man. And after that, man, it's like, you, look, you get to complain, man. And it's been too long. And Chicago Bull fans, we're getting sick of this shit because, like, unlike some of these other teams, these other franchises, the future doesn't look bright for us at all. It looks like it's going to be more of the same. And we're getting tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of it. Bulls fans are tired of it. And we want somebody up there in upper management that is more concerned about building a championship team. Okay, because the Chicago Bull fan base deserves better than that. We deserve more than just have a mediocre team out there, you know what I'm saying, that only wins 30 to 35 games every fucking year.